News from around the world. It's day rates.
Dude, I didn't even do my hair. My hair looking on fleek.
My hair is akimbo at this point.
Dude, your son is my op.
Aussie drill has ruined my life.
Welcome back to Day Rates,
the show where we talk about design and money. That was pretty good.
It's not bad. What's the go today, Miles? Got a tea here?
We're doing a studio update just to prove that we're a real studio.
Oh, God, that's fucking hot. Sorry.
We're doing a studio update to prove that we're a real studio. So today we're going to be talking about all the fun and exciting things that we do as a studio. I'm talking Microsoft Word documents, PowerPoint presentation templates,
Emails,
stuff like that. Just exciting business things. I think we should start with a new segment we're going to do called Booner Review. I made Joel a delicious booner last night, and I just want to hear your thoughts on it. What do you think about the mix of spices? Did the yogurt go down well?
Look, the first mention of Booner, I was just like, what the fuck is Booner, right? And then he started saying it, Miles started saying Booner a lot all week. And I was like,
Booner.
I fucking hate this. So
You're on the train, you're thinking Booner. You're at home.
Booner this, Booner that, Booner over here, Booner over there. Yeah, got to tell you, wasn't keen at all. But, surprise, I ate the Booner, loved the Booner.
That's it.
Dude, it was amazing.
Well, go into depth. Tell them about the spices. What about the mixes?
The spices.
He
He brings out some yogurt. I was just like, that's not going to go with it. Put it on there. Ate it. Perfect fucking little bit of yogurt with it.
A bit of yog. A bit of lemon as well. So check back in next week as we're going to teach you how to make your own Booner. All right? Using just ingredients you have around the house and ingredients you need to purchase from outside of the house. So,
all right. I'm sweating a lot. It's a really hot day. Thought I'd get myself a hot tea.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to talk about we've done a few personal projects that we're working on at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one client project that's going pretty well too, I think. So we'll yammer on about that. But, amongst this studio stuff, there's just so much random little tasks that we're always doing as well, which I feel like it's not that glamorous. We do our little bits of animation. When we really get the chance to do good pieces, we put effort into that. Yeah. And then there's just a bunch of, can you fix this logo for me? And we're like, it's not really what we do, but yeah, okay.
Sure.
We'll do it.
That's 8 day rates.
Yeah, exactly. It's surprisingly good money. So I think the problem with it is it's we just want to be doing motion design, focusing all on that, but someone's got this bag of cash for something that's going to take 1 hour. You're like, I'll take that bag of cash.
Yeah, just dangling in front of us.
Yeah.
All right.
Got to do it. So, but then that's been good. We take the bag of cash and we've been working on some personal stuff. We've got 2 projects in the oven at the moment. We got Roach Rage, which is kind of a more illustrative character-based one. You might notice from our reel and stuff, we don't have much of that on the books currently. So we want to do some of that. Really inspired by stuff like Into the Flame.
Yep.
Just there's been a bunch of kind of character stuff recently. I'm like, I want to do something like that ourselves. So we're trying to do our own little one. All the Gunner work, it's also nice and organic. Their Fender piece was so good.
Who is that? Was it Gunner who did that one of that dude on the rooftop and he's kicking a can around?
Oh yeah. That was it. Yeah,
that's kind of the style as well. But organic. Nice colors.
Yeah. So we're just in the kind of sketching stage for the time being. So we've done some roaches. We've done some dude characters.
Yep.
And I need to do some more props for that one, so we can then take it into the proper storyboarding phase. But you even did that little animated test of just the dude flicking his hair back.
Yeah, true.
And the other one that we're doing now it's a much more geometric, kind of flat design, abstract piece. And the whole point of this one, which we'll show some style frames now too, is it's just about color. It's about keeping it simple and just us trying to get that motion looking really good, you know? So that's kind of the...
I think that came about because you always see projects kind of like that are really geometric or whatever. I think fucking every studio has done one at one point.
It's got 1 or 2 of them on the books, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're always good too. The most recent one I can think of was was it Oddfellows that did a really sick one? I don't know. I'll leave it linked if I find it.
Yeah.
But
or Ordinary Folk or something.
Ordinary Folk.
Yeah.
Dude, it was Ordinary Folk. You're right.
Well, that's
that's the one, yes.
That dude just pumps After Effects stuff and it always looks so good. He's the pro.
Yeah.
So yeah, for us, we're trying to just focus in on the fundamentals a little bit.
Yeah.
And just prove that as a studio, we can do something that is really abstract and just looks nice. Because I think we normally get put in a corner, and I'm sure this happens to a lot of motion designers. We do a lot of explainer videos.
Yeah.
Where it's so icon based and there's a title and it's just the same thing. And so that's all you have on your reel. It's just a bloody icon moving. and then the titles, and you're like,
I'm over it.
I'm so over it. Yeah, exactly. It's like the
the
same
worst.
thing again and again. So that's us. We had a good discussion at the start of the year. It was like our first kind of like coffee catch up, and we're like, oh my god, Ben Merrick did a shout out. We have some people watching our day rates. What are we gonna do with that? And then the other thing was, what the hell are we gonna do as a studio? And part of that is like, yeah, all right, we're gonna set up these different short projects to do because we're making money doing stuff that's not particularly creative. So let's, take that money and then kind of pay ourselves for this downtime to do these projects for ourselves. So we kind of see, we're going to do this abstract piece, we're going to do that character piece, and that's a few extra kind of steps we need to hit as a studio just to, head up into the big leagues a bit more and show, we can do this kind of work. You can hire us for stuff that's more creative.
Yeah.
So that's like what's going on.
That was it, because like like I said, we saw a bunch of those geometric ones over time, and every time I see one, I'm just like, we could totally do that, and we just never did it.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
no
exactly.
one would give us a chance to do
No.
some shit like that, really. But so it's a good idea to just do it for ourselves and just like prove we can do that sort of shit.
Yeah, I think so. And it's like, I don't know, all the common, knowledge is that you have to do work for yourself to like get anywhere. You really do. You have to put time into personal projects, and it's so much easier said than done. So we're just like trying at the moment to just get this like abstract piece as the first one out the door, and then go backtrack and do more of the Roach thing as well. But yeah, I'm excited with how it's going. We're going to blend like just pure After Effects, 2D, good looking stuff there. And then also I'm doing some 3D segments that will kind of hopefully feel organically in place between some of the scenes. And I've been having just like my 3D renaissance has all been focusing on. So a chance to use that and like take whatever you animate in 2D and then recreate that and like give things a bit of texture and depth.
I saw something this morning, actually. I will find it and I'll put it in the description.
You do it.
I'll fucking do it. It was like a process video. This guy did like, oh man, I wish I could remember his name right now. This guy did I think it was like a pine tree, like 3D thing. It was like popping in. It was like really cool.
Oh,
but he showed the process, and the first step was he did it in 2D first.
Oh, yeah.
To get the motion right. And I was like, fuck, that's like, that blew my mind. I was just like, oh shit. Cause like we're doing that, client piece at the moment that's like all 3D.
Yeah.
And you're doing like most of the shit. Whereas I gotta like, there's some scenes in there that I am to animate in Cinema 4D.
Yeah.
And that blew my mind. I was like, I can just do that, like get the motion right in After Effects first.
And know what you're trying to recreate.
Exactly.
That's smart, yeah. It's so funny, like I think, especially when you're maybe not like super established, you don't feel like you have a lot of time to add these extra steps to your process. I've always felt this way anyway, because I've always been like, I've got to earn that money. So I'm like,
Logo change color.
Logo change color. I'm like, I'm trying to get projects out the door because I'm like, that's an extra few $1,000, blah, blah, blah. It's all been so money focused. These extra steps to the process, they actually save you time if like used correctly. Like if you put in some time to do something in 2D, it saves you all that time trying to figure that out in a setup that's going to take longer to render and all this stuff. And it's like laying the groundwork. You kind of need all these steps, which we're just learning. Which kind of brings us on to the client piece that we're working on, which we'll show some frames of and stuff. This one's it's like a kind of sports technology company. They do tracking, ad software and stuff like that. So even the style frames for this, I went through so many iterations, like just to get it from, if you look at the first style frame, which we'll show here.
Whoa.
Like, I actually just kept going this time. Normally I do like a couple rounds of edits, but I think it was like 8-9 rounds, and now the piece looks completely different. But I'm so much happier with where it is. Like, I'm really glad that I actually took the time to keep working on it, because it needed a lot of work. It looked really primitive, the first one, compared to the last ones.
And every time we do that, it's worth it.
Yeah.
And we never used to do that. But also, I guess, we kind of had like a bit of a deal with this client, I suppose. We were upfront about like, this is the first kind of like super cool 3D shit we're trying. So we'll do it for cheaper if you give us extra time.
Yep.
This and that. So
yeah, we had a good setup. He was nice. He still gave us a really good rate for what we do, which is nice. But we said, look, we're going to put in kind of like 3 times the effort that we normally would, and it's going to take 3 times as long. Are you okay with that? And he said, yeah, I don't need to get this thing out the door till like February. So we've really actually taken that time, and I'm actually really glad that we've used it. Like Joel did a complete 2D storyboard for this before I went and did the 3D frames, and we actually sat down and discussed what's the interesting idea for this motion, what are we going to do here. It wasn't just quickly churning out the most basic frame. There was some discussion about stuff, and then that made it so much easier to do the 3D one, because I kind of knew how things were going to click together there was already some thought in it.
Surprising, like we did smash it out very fast.
Yeah.
Like, and I guess that goes to show that those extra steps. Like we even said, usually we would go, a storyboard, put it into a doc, send it, do some edits, blah 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 blah. This time we kind of, I actually scoured like Behance and shit to look at other studios' 3D projects just to see if anyone had their full process on there. And there was a few there that had like a shitty 2D storyboard to show the client first, but like, this is what the motion's going to be. Talk them through that.
And we need that. We haven't figured out this pipeline at all. We're just like baby boys,
dude,
wandering in like 3D cubes being like, how do we do it?
And you guys are coming along for the ride.
Get excited, mate.
Yeah.
Get on in here.
Come with us.
We're full of boona. Having a great time in here. But yes, and yesterday I did this frame, which is that kind of world map one, and I'm really happy with it. It's simple. The idea is simple, but it's stuff I couldn't have done like 6 months ago. Mm-hmm. So I'm happiest as a studio when we're actually doing shit that we haven't done before. Like you're pushing yourself a lot more with the 2D motion and like, getting your style into some of these illustrations and stuff like that. And I'm actually going down the 3D route properly now. So you take these little wins and they kind of push you through all that weird shit work that you got to do. Because Joel's also doing some probably boring editing work this week as well for a client. And it's just, like pretty standard icon animations and then pretty standard kind of footage editing. And that stuff will wear you down if you don't have something to look forward to at the end. So I think we're really lucky that we put the time into this, do stuff like day rates, do our own small pieces, makes a huge difference. So
fuck yeah. It's keeping me going, man. I tell you what.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of glad you're having a kid because it's like kind of chill at the moment.
Yeah.
Which is good. And we get to work on this, like personal stuff.
Other thing too is I have to do it's really interesting trying to balance like my life is definitely changing now. I have to put in more time. Like even next week I've got, and my wife's definitely going through it. She's like, as of next week, she's pretty much taken a step back. But it's like we got, all these midwife appointments and all this other stuff, and you got to go to like all these different doctor appointments and everything. And it just makes you feel people at that stage in their professional career where you have a kid, it does change things.
Yeah.
It's already changing stuff. So I'm like, all right, how do we be smart with the time in the office? Like, how do we actually make something interesting? Because then, I don't want to waste my professional time. There's going to be less of it. I need to do like good work. We need to do good work with it. There's no point like just doing the same shit for the next like 5 years, basically. So
you're not wrong, dude.
Which I think is good. But also the baby's taken over the business. Joel's going to get replaced with a little bun.
All jokes aside, Miles, I won't let it happen.
We'll just see how good he is at animating.
I swear to God.
Let's have him strapped to the front, but he'll be working the keyboard, and I'll just be around working the mouse. Ultimate team. Here, Dad, and I did this. And I'm like, easing's not right.
So terrible.
Take it back. But that's all the stuff. I think that's the same stuff at the moment.
I think we were just talking this morning. I don't know if we should say this, but I don't know if it's going to happen. But yeah, we want to start sharing our shit because we want to be really transparent about this shit. And we're so honest about we're not a huge studio. No. We're not like the best in the game, but we just want to, I guess the goal for this channel is just, or for this kind of
studio updates or whatever the hell we're going to do here.
Yeah. So anyway,
Chalk Talk.
We want to call it Chalk Talk because our studio is called Chalk Co.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd call it Chalk Talk. So we want to do videos where there's tips. We want to do videos where it's just like this and we're just like, yammering on for a while. Maybe even do like an audio version.
Because I don't know, I was like, with the creative stuff that I listen to, I kind of like it when it's just getting an insight into someone else's studio and how it's run. That's my favorite shit to listen to. It doesn't have to be too focused. And I feel like for us, it's really good if we talk about something like the abstract piece we're doing. Then there's an audience that's seen that it's in progress. We have to fucking finish it. Yeah. And that gives us something to check back on and say,
that's true.
Here's how this thing works. This didn't work out how we wanted it to, but we're happy with this part of it. And because that's the nature of it. You have these like big goals for all these projects. The reality is always so different, but it's interesting looking at each of our projects. It is heading in the right direction. So kind of documenting some of that through this would be good, I think, as well.
That's one thing we've got to mention as well. With this 3D client piece that we're just talking about that we're working on, we kind of want to, I think when it's done, I think we might do an episode where we take you guys through the entire process.
Yeah.
Which I think would be a good idea.
Yeah, because we do everything. We do like from scripting right to the end. Mm-hmm. So like, I can talk a bit about the scripting. We talk about the storyboarding together. And then also you can talk about your experience animating in Cinema 4D. Yeah. Just getting used to that and like maybe what you learned during that process, which is good.
I do want to push ourselves to even film/screen record some of that shit while we're doing it. Because I think we like watching a lot of process stuff. And I think you guys will probably be keen to see that sort of shit as well. Because I love watching that stuff.
Yeah. Me too. It'll be embarrassing to see our process. But
yeah, but you're right. And I just want to be super transparent about it anyway. Because I feel like that's our niche. No one on the fucking internet really is doing this shit. Everyone's really fucking good.
Yeah. So if you want to look at some bad shit.
Yeah, you want to see some bad shit, or just see us just fumbling around trying to figure shit out
Yeah.
because you're probably doing the same, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see that shit too. Like, makes you feel good knowing that, like, you know, we have like a studio now that's going moderately well, and we were like so bad at this shit like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If us dinguses can make a living doing this, like
Yeah.
a lot of people can.
Yeah.
So that's good to know. But yeah.
Cool, dude. Also, what the buck?
It's a new segment.
What's a new segment?
It's
What the buck?
There's Boon Review. There's Buck Review.
What more can we do?
It's crazy. It's
Chalk
the,
talk.
it's the B episode.
Top story today on What the Buck.
Yes.
Yeah, so I came in the studio this morning, jumped on Instagram. Buck doing big things at the moment. So let's go to their Instagram right now, Miles. You haven't seen any of this.
I haven't seen any of this.
This is going to be a real-time reaction.
I've been trying to spend a little less time on the gram, trying to limit my screen time.
Like, you're going to actually shit your pants when you see this, man. I feel like you need to hear this shit. So should I put the sound on?
Yes. Let's
Fuck
do it.
This is real. This is real. This is gritty. Let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is all their new shit, right? Fucking crazy. All right, it starts here. Which one was the best one? I don't know. Let's just start watching some of these videos, man. So, new website as well. Like, this is such a good video to show your new website. Is that a new logo? Or is it the same?
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks similar, if anything.
That's very cool, though.
Like doing some interactive shit on their site. Dope.
Man, they're very good, aren't they?
I
mean,
that they are, Miles.
huge understatement.
Where's that one? There was one that was like super dope. Maybe it was this one. Yeah, this.
Oh, shit.
The shit is fucking wild. It's right up your alley.
Yeah, I love this. I mean,
What the buck? Am I
this
right?
is getting me inspired to do client edits today. I'm getting amped. Fuck.
So yeah, Buck doing fucking big things at the moment.
Well, congrats on all the money and success, Buck. It's really
Yeah.
going well for you, isn't it?
But yeah, so I encourage everyone to take a look at Buck's new fucking like rebrand / all their new videos that they put out, like new website. They're doing it fucking right. I tell you what.
New website looks good. I didn't like the old website because it was just like a weird slow loading thing. I feel like that's
I can't even remember the other website.
because they have such great work and it was like hard to get to it. So I think this is so good.
They got some like interactivity on the site as well, which I think is
Yeah, nice.
fucking dope because like if you're a motion studio, I think that's kind of important.
They're just like such a beast of a company. Like it's crazy.
Dude, they're everywhere.
That a motion design company gets to this kind of scale. And, you know, like it's not like they're trying to chase like that feature film stuff or whatever. It is like they're in that pocket of motion design. They just do so well with it.
Dude,
So
they're so good. They got so many different styles as well.
yeah.
And it's good. It was refreshing to see some of the, like the 2D shit that they were doing just for that. Looks so good. And you just forget, like when I think Buck, I immediately think of like that Apple job where they did like some 3D set design and all this sort of shit.
Yeah.
And it's good to see. It's like refreshing to see that they can just do some like,
Back to that minimal clean
yeah, but
motion.
killing it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's something, I mean, you look at all these really elaborate pieces. Like, I loved their Tinder piece was so good.
Tin piece was fucking
It was like
great.
amazing. And they did like that wool one as well.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Like, I love those pieces. They're so good. But then there's something so refreshing about, even in that little 3D one that you just showed me, just some spheres rotating in the perfect way.
Dude.
It just always hits the mark, you know? And that's what we're trying to do with this abstract one is like, you know, we don't need to have a huge budget and like this massive thing. If we just get the basics right, it's
Yeah.
going to hit that mark for people. That's it.
There's not even a story to it or anything. It's just like just good design, good colors,
motion.
good motion.
Yeah.
So,
Fuck, I'm amped. Let's just fucking close up there. Let's just go and like,
Dude.
get that abstract piece, you know?
but yeah. So thanks for joining us on What the Buck.
Fuck.
That was that segment.
I
yeah.
mean-
I'll link Buck's Instagram below, even though you know where to fucking find it. But
What is this company?
just a chance to just tag him in something so you can see us over here. Hey, Buck, how you going,
If you want to hire 2 unskilled people,
dude? We just shout you out of day rates.
yeah, that's like pretty big news for you. So a
Right.
lot of views you're going to be getting.
But yeah.
Oh,
so
man.
thought that'd be cool to show.
Yeah, that's dope. That's really good.
Especially that
It
3D
makes me
piece.
like so depressed about the work I have to do today.
Yes.
Like,
I'm going to blur out some fucking names in a fucking video edit.
we have to get the work done so we can do some of our shit. Like, it's so good seeing other studios do like amazing stuff because then you just get inspired to like do something for yourself. So we have to just like push through all the crap and then do something good. Like,
I've got a creative boner right now, Miles.
yeah, huge creative heart on.
But yeah, shit, dude. Do you got anything else for me?
I don't know. Should we corner someone?
Let's corner someone.
Let's corner someone.
Wait, what time is it, Miles? Is it time for
Family Fun Design Corner? I hate the melody we landed on.
All right, let's do a different one. What about a do like a Family Fun
Design
Design Corner?
Yeah, I like that. Now, all right, let's do that. Yeah, all right.
Who we got today, Miles?
Today we got Ines Pagniez.
Great.
She's an animator and sculptor in London, UK.
Dope. First time I think we've had a sculptor, which is cool.
I just love the color palettes again. The characters are great.
So these are actual fucking... What's the go here?
I think they are. I think it's like clay-based stuff.
No way.
Yeah.
That's talent.
Although we've been proven wrong so many times where someone's like, no, it's my 3D style or something. So I have no idea. But I think it is. I think she's genuinely a sculptor. I love the characters. All like the detailing on the hair and stuff like that is so good.
Really cool. Even just the characters themselves too. Like this guy's just laying naked on a towel. That's so fucking cool.
Little butt cheeks.
Dude, little cats. There's a cockatoo there. This is crazy, man.
So good. I feel like she's so good. She kind of captures what so many people want in like motion design and just like graphic design in general, but she's like using this medium in a way that it makes so much sense. You could see people commercially wanting this stuff.
Oh, for sure.
And it would work in like personal project stuff. It's good. It's a classic case of, it's like the fellow we did last week. It's like you pick one style, you stick to it, and then you find the depth in it, and it's just so good.
Dude, I feel like this would take a lot of commitment too, because, I mean, if this is made out of clay, dude.
Sculptor using plasticine.
Plasticine. Dude.
That's wild. But they look so good. Especially like, even here, little tiny house. This is my jam. I love this stuff. Oi, tiny houses? I'm down with it.
Dude.
Yeah. It looks so good.
It looks like she's pretty big on the plasticine.
Let
that sink in.
I don't like it. Ines, you've been cornered. That seems threatening.
We're going to do a bit of a poll to see what our fans would like to be called. So, we got 2 at the moment. We thought we'd go with the raters, so you guys could be our raters, or our ratists.
This is my brand of comedy. I love this.
This is a terrible episode.
Shut up, man.
This is the worst fucking episode. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Day Rates.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Day Rates.
Let's end an episode like we normally do with our classic catchphrase, Miles.
Joel is a smelly poo-poo. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if Joel smells like poo.